Hey guys, I have a spotlight that I bought a while back. We just got it over the holiday, and I haven't set it up yet. I'm gonna set it on the side of my trailer while I'm backing up. I see guys do it, and I was reading about ways to to build it and stuff. I'm obviously not gonna build something on a trailer, on a truck. Not my truck, that wouldn't make sense. But this is what it looks like in effect. Sometimes when you're backing in these areas like Marcy, that Walmart, and some other areas, it's pretty dark. A couple of DCs to go to that pretty dark. And that's something that I noticed has been a big trouble for me, is not being able to see how close I am to the trailers. And I got an extension cord so I can run it in here. It's got this. I saw a bumper sticker on the sign that said Alex Jones is right, and I want to talk about it. Alex Jones has never been right about anything. I was a supporter of his. I bought The Obama Deception, Volume 1. I bought Terror Storm. I bought Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement. Which, if I have kids, they're gonna see Endgame. That first 30 minutes, because he lays out the Tuskegee experiments, the LSD stuff on people. He lays out a lot of stuff the U.S. government has done that was just really wrong and really was unjust. And I think that he lays it out in a way that is quite proper and quite just. Alex Jones never right about anything. If the police say there's a serial killer running around, but they're like, they don't want to scare people, so they just talk about it, little pieces. And then I take it and I'm like, hey guys, look at this. Like that's not me coming up with anything. That's just me being ahead of the next story. That's all Alex Jones is, and he is like a white Farrakhan of taking something that's 20% true, and then just it's set up to feminize the black male, and they want them to all be gay, and they want our women, and that's it. That's Alex Jones is for white people. But you look at this stuff with Farrakhan, you look at the things he talk about, and either it's not true, or the government policy they're talking about were repealed a long time ago. See, they're like conservatives. They're talking about a world that they're right, but a lot of that stuff doesn't exist anymore, A. And B, they really need that so that they can talk about the white man or Jews or gays or Arabs or whatever it is that the monster of the week is, whatever. So, Alex Jones is a guy that was talking about issues society didn't talk about. He was talking microplastics. He was talking about fluoride in the water, and he was talking about atrazine, atrazine causing cancer, and glyphosates. And obviously it wasn't at the point of, they're trying to make the kids gay. It wasn't that, but it was the beginning. And for me, I remember the Ammon Bundy standoff. That was what broke the mold for me. Was he was talking about how Ammon Bundy backed the fence down, pointing guns, and I know damn well niggas would never be able to do that. You ain't pulling no gun on cops and walking away. That ain't happening, chief. What's that little boy up there in Ohio that was playing with a toy gun and the police go right up to him in the park and shot him? That's what happens to blacks. You ain't getting no gun and put it on no feds and getting away with it. It ain't gonna happen. So for me, I knew that from then. And then they were calling the police on black men at the subway and him defending that, and just realizing that researching it once again. You gotta research it and realizing that they already had called the police on those black men before they even went up, before the manager even came over there. She already had when the video starts, she had already called the police. It was not about them being disruptive or violent or assaultive, I'm gonna get your black ass locked. People always talk about, well, they got released with no charges. They sat in jail like 6 hours, bro. Yeah. They were deprived of their liberty. That's not funny. You get older, you value your time. People talk about they would go to jail for $1 million and all that. As I get older, I ain't sure about that. Because you can't get that time back. You can't. You can't get that time back. That time gone, baby. You know, you might pick some disease up in there or something. I wouldn't, you know, that stuff you say when you're young and dumb and you don't have anything. Yeah, but I look at that whole thing as, once again, I look at that whole thing as just really being, you know, he's a con man, you know. And what do you do when you're crazy and the world gets more like you? What do? You gotta get crazier. You know, Pizzagate and all that kind of stuff. That's where that comes from. You gotta get crazier because you've got to further evolve the narrative. That's it. You know, Alex Jones, to me, when you look back at what come before him, he's a softened version of white supremacy. He's a softer version of people that go back in time and look at conspiracy theories in the 80s and 70s and all that. He's not as open racist. So he's never been right. I think that Alex Jones and people like him are successful because of an error in our democracy, because of institutions that are rusty and don't work as they should, because of you know, things of that nature. That's to me why Alex Jones is powerful, has the money he has. And I think that if you're going about your business with no thought of consequences and of human life, the lives of the family members of those kids that were murdered in Newtown, if you got that kind of mentality and you don't care about tomorrow and you're just trying to make a buck, then I think that Alex Jones is a case in just what you can become. And I always go back to it, the fact that Alex Jones is still, you know, the Jade, what's that thing he had? We talking about the Army was gonna have a invasion and all that, Green Jade or whatever that thing in the Nexus. The fact that he's still out here, and the fact that Kanye is still being listened to, it shows you that we are living in a bizarro society. I mean, we are living in a bizarro society. Period. We really are. We're living in this is the dark timeline. You know, I used to play a game called Journeyman. And Journeyman was about, you know, like in the future they had aliens, and you had a good timeline. The good timeline, here's a hint, was the woman with the hair, her hair is out. In the bad timeline, woman's got a ponytail telling the news. And you've got to, you know, figure out who altered it, and you got to fix the history so that what happened doesn't happen. And we're in the bad timeline.